وما يذكر إلا أولو الألباب.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Almighty Allah, the entirely merciful and the specially merciful. Dear viewers across the globe, I greet you with the best greeting that's ever been known by humans. The greeting that tries to spread peace among people. The greeting that carries one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, As-Salam. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May peace be amongst all of you. Ameen. Dear viewers, I'm reminding you that the name of this particular theme included in the main theme of these episodes is Understanding Islam. Perhaps you've heard many episodes from other people about the same topic, yet I'm confirming and emphasizing this particular meaning that when we talk about understanding Islam according to the Quran and according to the Sunnah, the tradition of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So here I'm telling you that whatever we say about Islam that helps us understand it is not our opinion. It's not my opinion. It is something that's quoted, that's taken from the exact words of Allah. That's why this makes these episodes unique because of that. Today, as we do every time here, we select one ayah. We call it an essential ayah because it is essential in understanding this religion. So here, and also tells us that Islam talks about real life and everything. Everything we may think of, you will find some sort of reference to it in Islam, whether it's in the Quran or the traditions of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So here I'm selecting an ayah three evidence that they are taken from the Holy Quran, particularly from Surah chapter that's called Ar-Rahman. It's a very famous chapter in the Quran. It's chapter number 55. I select ayat from ayah number 6 to ayah number 9. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us make it clear and to make people benefit from it, inshallah, based on the clear understanding that they are going to get. The ayat begins with number 6, and the main focus here is justice. Let me ask you how justice is important to you. For every one of us, every human being, every group of people, everybody talks about the lack of justice. It should have been done this way. This is unfair to me. The media is aggressively attacking people without being fair to them. Even when you interview somebody, you will find that you are controlling the time by your speech and give him just little opportunities to answer and respond and to share. Although he is the invitee who is supposed to speak more than you. In school, you may suffer from the treatment of some teachers. At home, you may suffer from the biases of your father to love some of your brothers more than the other. Anyway, so there is the issue of justice is needed on international, or you can say on global level. Everybody loves to be treated fairly and loves justice. And guess what? This is the justice that's made by human being, but the best the best kind of justice is the one that's made by the creator of people, by Almighty Allah, simply because He's not biased. He's not biased to some people versus others. He's not biased to the color of the complexion of people or to the color of the eyes of people or their social status or whatever reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not biased. So now try to imagine if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who puts this system of justice. Definitely every human being will benefit from it. Yet you find some people, for a reason or another, they don't want this kind of justice to spread. Why? Because their interests, their benefits, their profits may be affected. This is one of the main reasons. So there are some human beings who don't like justice. That's why we say that if you know really that this justice is from God and you study it very well, not according to your limited understanding, you will be happy and you would love to see justice applied to you and to your environment. Let me go back to chapter 55, Surah Al-Rahman, ayah number 6, and this is how it reads. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان. So as it sounds to you that the word wazn or the word mizan is repeated 4 times in these 2 or 3 ayat. So they are the most common word in these 3 ayat is the word al-mizan. And perhaps you share with me that wherever you go in the world, you find that the sign of justice, and at the door or at the gate of all courts, perhaps almost all courts in the world, you find the symbol of al-mizan as a sign of justice. So this is something common among all human beings. And because of the importance of justice in Islam, and Allah loves the nations that works to spread justice. And not only that, one of the Imams of the Muslims, if I'm not mistaken, this is Imam Ibn Taymiyyah, he said something very good about those people. He said that Allah gives support to the just nation, to the fair nation, against the Muslim nation because of the justice they have. Even if they are kuffar, Allah gives them support over the Muslim nation that does not practice and exercise justice. See how important and how vital this concept of justice is. And everybody knows that if justice prevails, definitely it will reflect on a peaceful society and a fair environment that everybody loves to live in. People travel to countries that they see justice is exercised and practiced there. You can see it from being treatment from at the airport. You find the people, the employees, the officers who receive you, they are fair to you and to anybody else. When you find the police system is designed based on this concept, you find everybody is almost living a comfortable life to a certain degree. So that's why we seek justice and we pursue it and we motivate people to apply it and adopt it in their life. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and the sky, He raised it high. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the sky high and He put down the scale as a symbol of justice. So in other words, after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the heavens and the earth, He settled down, He put the concept of justice, He settled it down. And yes, this is al-mizan, the scale, the balance. So the issue of balance, and I'm reminding you, the issue of balance all the time does not mean 50-50. No, not at all. Sometimes you have some children. Some of them are at the university, and some of them at high school, and some of them are at kindergarten, KG. When you give them pocket money every day or every week or every month, you will find, yes, you don't give them the same amount. You don't give them, each of them, $10 per day. A university student may be needing $10 per day or a little bit more or less. But a KG student or pupil does not need this. So when you give $10 for each one of them, this is unfair. This is not justice. Because the needs of the older student or the older son is much more than the needs of the young son. And to be fair, you give to each one of them what requirements or what needs he or she has. This is being to make the right balance. So Islam stresses this point of balancing. See how important this is. Then in the following verse, don't transgress in this balance. Don't transgress this balance. Don't go to this side and keep away from this side. Don't be biased to this child or this person or this neighbor versus this one. So this shows you how important the issue of justice is. The following ayat says that you have to establish the weight by balance. Don't cheat people by giving them less weight than they deserve. Or don't over-exaggerate the balance and give to people more than other people. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warned people again about the same. Don't ever try to lose the imbalance. Don't ever try to be in a situation that causes imbalance, because Allah loves balance and Allah loves justice, because one of the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is justice, because He is the most fair and the most just. He is the Lord of all, and that's why we need to obey Allah. As we obey Him in doing the obligations for us, we obey Him in all these, because Allah loves justice. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.